Alright guys, another day, another video. And to start us off, hey, as always, gotta show my book. Gods and Goddesses, Children of Ragnarok here. This book is my debut novel, and it took me about, let's just say a few years to complete. It is a mature dark fantasy that focuses on divine family, particularly the children of Ragnarok here, or I like to call them in the book, godlings. As the godlings grow up throughout the book, they are tasked with the responsibility of protecting all life on Earth, and it is 596 pages long, with several illustrations, some that are not safe for work. If you want to check it out, there is a sampler that spans from the prologue to the second chapter. Now, if you want to buy it, there's a paperback, $16. Kindle Unlimited basically is for free, or if you want to buy it on Kindle, it's going to be $9.99. So again, that's my debut novel, Gods and Goddesses, Children of Ragnarok here. And also, to bring attention to this, I do have a dark fantasy comic currently online on Twitter or X, whichever you want to call it. And this focuses on two entities that have been battling each other for centuries. This is a safer work version. It's my boy Nefarious Watcher has made the art for it. And here's the prologue of the first chapter right here. And it's just talking about like their history a little bit while they're having the latest brawl again. And so this is pages 1, 2, and 3. And just to remind you guys, this does update every week. So particularly every Sunday, that's when new pages come in. And speaking of new pages, this was last week's right here, pages 4, 5, and 6. Again, this is a safer work version. Nothing too crazy showing, I don't think. And you can find this on my Twitter or X, which is drino419. So, alrighty. Glad I got that out of the way, because I want to talk about this topic. I haven't read this, so I just want to go along with you guys with this. And does this sound like a game that you guys want to play? Because I'll be honest, I was kind of interested in wanting to play this, but the delays happened. There were so many things going wrong, it seems. There was delays, and there was like people being fired or something as well. I can't entirely remember, because that's how much stuff was going on with this game. So Paradox Interactive Deputy CEO cautions fans to temper expectations for Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2, says, "We're making a spiritual successor, not an actual same blueprint type of game." I'm not exactly sure what they mean by that, but I'll be honest, it kind of makes me think of like the Rian Johnson stuff with Star Wars, with, so what would you say? Something about like he's subverting expectations, basically. That's what it kind of reminds me of. I don't know why they structure their website like this. Maybe it's something with my computer. Hopefully not. So, in a Asimov attempt to help avoid any undue pain for either his studio or his fan, Paradox Interactive Deputy CEO Matthias Liha has warned fans that while their expectations for the upcoming Vampire the Masquerade Bloodline sequel may be sky high, they would do best to bring them way, way down. That doesn't sound like they're confident. That looks ugly, but that's okay. That's what they're supposed to be. I kind of dig it just a little bit. See, William to be announced. Lash is out at the player in the Vampire Masquerade Split 2. Okay, so that's where that's coming from. All right. Let's see. Leha offered this advice to the fan favorite Vampire Sims large fan base while speaking with Rock Paper Shotgun's Edwin Evans Thurwell about the sequel's current status during Paradox's recent 24 Media Day. I don't know. That just sounds like a lot of craziness to me. This does this, dude. There's like they're in development hell. They're literally in development hell. Let me pause this for a second. And this is the only news I've heard literally since they fired a lot of people because the one studio wasn't doing well or whatever. This is not good. Pressed by his host as to just how confident he was that Bloodlines 2, which is set to be published by Paradox Interactive and began life under the guide of developer Hardsuit Labs before being fully handed over to the Chinese room in 2021, would deliver a quality experience. Leha asserted that while he believed it would, he also wanted to make it clear that it was unlikely to meet fans' long building expectations. Well, that's not good because you want to give your customers all that you can. Now you don't have to like bend down and lick people's bosom because that's how you get messages like what's going on with Ubisoft, for example, with Assassin's Creed Shadows and all. You just make it reasonable, make a good game, make a good story, make good characters. That's it. With Hardsuit Labs, we agreed on a vision of what they were going to make, and they had a problem delivering on that. Said the deputy CEO, we were in agreement. We moved development to the Chinese room, and we said, this is the vision, and this is what Hardsuit Labs have made. And of course, we gave them quite a lot of freedom to interpret the vision based on what Hardsuit Labs had made, or change or remove whatever they didn't like. Oh gosh, man, this is not gonna be good. It's gonna be, oh gosh. We have a high trust in the Chinese room given what they've done, he told Evans Thurwell. We've announced again a delay, oh gosh, into the first half of next year. I would stand by that. I'm pretty confident that that's going to work. I've seen the game now. The Chinese room is really invested in it. They're taking a lot of initiatives. They like some things that Hardsuit did. They're changing some things, and they're making their own game. That's still the vision that we had. So it's going to be an action RPG in the world of darkness, Leah added. If you've seen the Chinese room's previous game, Still Wakes the Deep, then they know how to do story-driven action games with good voice acting. All of that, which is basically what we're looking for in this game. Hope and feel that we will be able to deliver a game that puts you in the world of darkness. I never heard the games, to be honest. I don't know anything about the games. Okay. All right. As noted by Evans Thurwell, the Paradox Interactive exec was careful to describe the game not as a Bloodlines sequel, but as a game that puts you in the world of darkness because, in his words, it's about setting the right expectations. The first Bloodlines game, it is what it is, and people who've played it recently will see that it's a game from 2004 that is how patched, that is now patched so that it works, he explained. But there's also a lot of ideas about that, about what that game was, that are more, not to offend anyone, mythical. What? Okay. All right. Okay. I like the first game as well as a lot, but we want to clarify that this game is what this game is, so people have a clear understanding of what they're buying, so they don't come in with weird expectations, because we don't want that. We want them to understand that this is an action RPG with a storyline that is more fixed, said Leha. It's not the open sim it maybe shouldn't be compared to. Again, we want people to understand what they're getting into. Okay. It's about setting the right expectations, he said. The first Bloodlines game, it is what it is, and people who've played it recently will see that it's a game for blah, blah, blah. Okay, so why are we repeating ourselves here? Asked by his host to which aspects of the original game he believed fans had put on a pedestal, rather than criticize any particular part of the Bloodlines experience, Leha instead vaguely argued, I actually played Bloodlines 1 quite recently, and it is a good game, but it is also an old game, and there are many things that would not fly today. Okay, so I do have a question here. Um, I never played the first game. I I I, I totally am interested in the World of Darkness, but I never played the first game. And what do they mean? What does this guy mean by, you know, it is an old game, but there are many things that would not fly to it. Well, like what do you mean by that? Like like the mechanics weren't really aren't of course modern, like how we play or accustomed to play. Like, is there like a lot of glitches or some bugs? But as to the charm of the game, like what exactly do you mean? Because my mind is going to the modern audience stuff where, like, oh well, this is not going to be good because we gotta censor this or censor that or water this down, or make this character shine a lot more than this other character because reasons. I What do you mean? The fact that this game has been delayed multiple times, has switched hands over from developers, and is being delayed again. And I'm hearing, and well, not hearing, but I'm reading that this exec is not really confident in this game, but yet is saying, "Oh, don't worry, guys. I have some belief in it. Some, that might if this is an impossible task, then just stop it then. Instead of just throwing more money into it, just stop it. You should just start small. That's what you should have done. Damn, at least like do a visual novel route. And yeah, I know that they already did that, and I kind of don't like those visual novels because they seem just a little woke to me. The second one at least seems more woke than the first one. The first one was actually tolerable. It actually had interesting premise to it, but again, this is coming from a guy who's not who's interested in the World of Darkness, but hasn't really immersed himself into the World of Darkness. And I might as well say I'm pretty new to it too. So there goes that. I know I'm a filthy casual with this stuff, but I'm pretty interested in how this game will be, or was going to be, until all that stuff happens. So this is I don't know what to say, y'all. It's just not looking good. But resuming on with the article, I understand why people were super psyched by it in 2004 because it had a lot of cool elements and the feeling of being a vampire is really strong, regardless of other features. He said, but I think people they remember their feelings about it, and if they replayed it, I think they would see that as a complete sorry, cannot speak today. That is a competently good game by 2004 standards. Now that is patched. Okay. His time with the outlet coming to a close, Leha ultimately asserted, but mainly we want to clarify that we're making a spiritual successor, not an actual same blueprint type of game, so people don't get disappointed and feel cheated. We really don't want that, he reiterated. We do expect it to recover its investment, but also saying that it has changed studios, been in production a long time. My expectation is we will release a good game. At present, Vampire Masquerade Bloodlines 2 is set to stalk the night beginning sometime in 2025. Okay. Well, that's 2025, but that it was supposed to come out like a year or two ago, initially, if I remember correctly. Overall, this is I'm not really getting vibes of like actual confidence. I'm getting vibes of corporal speak, basically, of basically being desperately not hidden please buy this game, please buy this game, please. You know, where that's what I'm thinking of, and that's what it seems like to me. And I mean, so far what I've seen with these pictures, it looks good, but do do they when did they release gameplay? Uh, when did they release videos of that? I don't even think they ever did, and if they did, it's been so long that I've forgotten. I think that would be all for now, y'all, with this video. Let me know about your thoughts below in the comments. Give this video a like, dislike, um, whichever is fine with you. And if just tell me if y'all are excited about this or why you're not excited about this. Because in my opinion, I'm just gonna wait and see because this could be a really good game, or it could be an average game, or for worse, it could be a totally disastrous game that shouldn't have been made in the first place. So, alright, y'all. That's it. Ciao.